Dave Ramsey arguably is one of America's most well known financial experts from savings, getting out of debt, and also he has retirement discussions on his radio show or his podcast, whichever you want to call it. In this short clip that I'm going to share with you, you may have seen it in the past. Dave is speaking with a widow, a 50-year-old widow who was widowed 15 years prior to the recording of this video. I think that's what it is. And she says she's put her kids through school and she's thinking about retirement at 50 years old and she has nothing left. So let's listen in on Dave as he gives her some advice, which is advice that I believe we all could take heed to, and not only that, take action to. So let's go ahead and take a listen to Dave's advice that he gives this widow.
I am a 50-year-old widow who has been widowed for 15 years. I have helped put my children through college, and I have no retirement. So I am ready to start retirement, and I don't even know where to begin and how much to put in.
If you were to invest $1,000 a month for 15 years, at 65, you're going to have right around $500,000, right around $500,000.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. What this means is not that you're rich, and it's really not enough, but it's enough to make sure you're not cold and hungry.
I am a 50.
Now, did you get that? Did you pick that up? $1,000 a month for the next 15 years, and he says it'll put about $500,000 within her reach to use for her retirement. He says it's not enough, but at least she won't go cold and hungry, which for the most part will be the most important part of that end of life. Most of us believe our retirement years should be lived taking vacations, sitting out on the beach, drinking margaritas, and just basically having a good time traveling the world, while others of us will be sitting on the couch watching reruns of Wheel and Fortune. However, there are specific things that you can do to change your retirement future, to project out your retirement life, and there are things you can do today to change your destiny. Based on what Dave Ramsey is stating, $1,000 a month for the next 15 years. That's $12,000 a year for the next 15 years, and you'll have $500,000. You can find the retirement calculator on the Ramsey Solutions website, and you could do all sorts of math. I did it myself. I did it based on his numbers, and really what that amounts to is if you start at zero, $1,000 a month till your retirement age, 50 to 67, at we'll say a 10% return over the lifetime of that investing and savings. At that time, you will be at about $1 million based upon a 10% return. That seems very difficult for most people, especially when people do not have $1,000 in their regular savings account. So if this is you, or you're starting at zero, thinking about retirement and how you're going to get there, we have to get an additional, we have to provide or reallocate $1,000 per month into your savings plan, whatever that is, savings and investment plan. I'm sure you can find somebody on the Ramsey Solutions website or a whole host of other people. The one thing that I would also say is don't be embarrassed because you're starting late. Don't be embarrassed to share where you are currently with people around you that are winning the retirement plan. Now, here's what I'll also say. There will be some people around you that will consider the $1,000 and say, oh, that is just too much money. I can't do that. And they may be right. I would say don't share those plans with those people because they would deter you from getting to the point in your retirement years where you have where you won't go hungry and cold. You can actually feed yourself better than government cheese and powdered milk. This is the plan that I'm on, not necessarily the Ramsey financial plan or anything that they're doing there. I have taken one of their classes and I failed at that completely. only because I did not change my habits and my lifestyle. I went full bore ahead with what I was doing, took the information in, and then forgot about it until now, which is we have to consider how we are going to enter into retirement. And I want to do it with full peace of mind. I'm Chad. I'm working through my own process, solving for X, and taking major changes in my life to plan for a future retirement that is comfortable. I'm not necessarily a big world traveler. Not that I wouldn't like to travel to a few places, but I don't have that in my spirit to want to go here and to want to go there. I am not a wanderlust at heart. I am pretty much a homebody and I like my routines. Um, the other thing though is this $1,000, you have to figure out a way that you could reallocate your existing funds, okay, and then also increase your income. So you need to reallocate funds and then you need to increase your income. So you need more money to invest and then take some of the money you currently earn and put it into investments. At our ages, there might be some plans where you could play catch up and invest more money on average than if you were not at a certain age room. And it might be 50. You should probably check with your financial advisor on that. I'm not your financial advisor or investment counselor. I'm just a regular guy solving for X, which are my own problems, and how I'll enter into retirement. Maybe you'll find value and benefit in joining with me in my community as we have this conversation. I'll begin to, at some point, speak with licensed professionals in their chosen fields regarding specific things. And again, I'm only doing that, documenting for my own benefit, the process that I'm going through in the 5-year millionaire. We'll call it a journey. That's my plan to get to $1 million in 5 years. I've not ever done it before. I don't know how to do it. And in some regards, it sounds really delusional, which I believe you need to be delusional at this point in your life. So if you're like me in my age, in my age range, your 40s and 50s, and you feel like you're starting from zero, you can still start today to put yourself in a better position for tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See ya.